What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Was It Real? The Hills Podcast, Season 1, Episode 7, Somebody Always Has to Cry. And today's guest is none other than Jordan Eubanks. What's going down, buddy?
What's up?
Since The Hills, Jordan has made a successful career in acting and producing. Let's give him a behind round of applause. Everybody, Jordan's here with us. Very exciting. It's been a while, buddy.
Okay, so let's get it started. How did you and Heidi meet? And I want to know that from the beginning, man. Come on.
So we met at your house,
Yes, you did.
and it was because wasn't Talon was dating Lindsay Lohan, and Brian and I were living allegedly, and we were living with Jess Schulman. Remember, we were staying with Jess Schulman for like the first
Yes, you were.
6 weeks, 8 weeks. So we were immediately hanging out, and I guess they were coming up and hanging out with you, and we were all going out. So I literally met Heidi probably a week into being in LA.
And was that pre-filming?
Pre-filming.
Before The Hills?
Yes.
This was even, okay, wow.
Yeah. But like we're talking, I think we got to LA, Brian and I, in like June 25th, 2006.
From where? Where were you from originally?
North Carolina.
Oh,
But I had
okay.
met Brian in New York. I had been living in New York.
Okay.
So tell us, give us a little bit of background on you, Brian, how you guys even came out here. Because I know a little bit of the story because we've been friends for so long. But I think that people need to know like exactly where you came from. Because on the show, it's just like Jordan's, Heidi's boyfriend or something like, right?
Yeah.
Like right off the start.
They don't even tell you where
Right,
you
or
came
like
from.
that, or even like what you did at the time. You know what I mean? Like, were you coming out for acting, producing? Did you already have a job land? You know? That's,
Yeah, so Brian and I met in an audition room. I had this big goofy hat on, and Brian literally goes, "Hey, I've been reading this book called How to Break Into Acting for Dummies, and it literally says you shouldn't wear any props." And so he tells me this, and it was a show called Damage Control. Do you remember Damage Control on MTV?
Yeah.
It was like the Simple Plan. The lead singer, Simple Plan, was the host. And so we actually met on that show, and I think we ended up booking 8 episodes of that show through season 1 and maybe season 2. And every single time we would do that show, they would put us together. Like we were a duo, me and Brian. So if there was one football player, they were like, let's just cast 2 football players and let's get Brian in here. So we were always put together. And then I would say probably about a year into living in New York, we had met up and we went to Suede nightclub, which was Justin Timberlake's club. We just had gone to this club, and that's where I met Jason Essex and Jess. They were in Lindsay Lohan. They were all in that club. And I immediately hit it off with Jason because we were just talking about basketball. And that whole night was an insane night. Like I'm like this kid from North Carolina, all of a sudden hanging out with Lindsay and her entourage. Just a wild night. It's just so wild.
Is that the night you met Heidi, or this is?
No. This is New York. So
okay.
now fast
Let's hear
forward.
about that night.
Oh,
that
man.
night.
I was just talking to Jason about that the other night. But anyway, so the executive producer of that show called Brian and I into that like some offices at MTV, which was weird. And it was like, if you guys want to act, you should just move to Los Angeles. So we called you guys and we were like, hey, well, not you yet because I hadn't met you. But
Well, Jessie was really close to me, so then she was probably like, and Jason was like my first friend out here.
Yeah.
So shout out to Jason, who I still play basketball with.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they probably called me because you guys probably wanted to go to one of my places at some point, and that's kind of how it all became like a little.
Frankie's like Mr. Cupid over here.
Seriously.
He just introduces everybody.
Yeah, I mean, day one, I think I met you. I drove into LA and I met Frankie that same day.
Wow.
Yeah, so, and then you
met Heidi at Frankie's house.
At Frankie's house because Talon, I guess, was the person coming up, right?
Well, Talon wasn't on the show anymore, but Talon was coming up to. No, I think Heidi and Lauren and Jason, all 3 of them had to, at some point, had to have come to the house.
Oh yeah,
For it to have been.
Did Heidi audition for The Hills, or was she just part of the crew?
No, she was already. So she was going to FITM with. Her and Lauren met at FITM in San Francisco. And then Heidi was already on Laguna Beach a few episodes, right? And when they both moved to LA, that's when they needed LA friends.
Yeah. So I would say probably less than 6 weeks of being in LA, they started filming that show with Lauren, and they were like, "Hey, you and Heidi have been hanging out. Do you want to do the show?" And we were like, "I get, yeah, sure."
So when you met Heidi, was it love at first sight? Or how did you guys, what happened?
I just think Heidi just definitely had like a quirky, cool personality, and we just started hanging out. And then it was like we were just brand new to LA, right? So we were hanging out, and then next thing you know, we're meeting with MTV, like, you guys, you're going to be a couple on the show, and we're just like, okay. So it was just like this wave that just
did they
going.
tell you guys were going to be a couple on the show, or that just naturally happened, or
that naturally happened?
Okay.
We were talking prior to that. That's why they even included myself and Brian, because we were naturally already hanging out together and going out with one another.
Okay. When's the last time you talked to Heidi or saw her?
I don't know if we've had much communication. I would say we've maybe ran into each other once since the breakup.
Oh, wow.
Like I don't think we had much correspondence after that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is, 18 years ago. So, I mean.
God, is it 18
So
years ago? Just
crazy.
Yeah, because I'm
long
about
ago?
to turn 38, and I had my 21st birthday on that show.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Okay.
wow.
Well, should we get into the episode?
Yeah,
Are you
yeah,
ready?
yeah.
Did
No.
you watch it to refresh your memory, or
No, but I read
Well,
the outline. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah,
I remember this.
we're gonna walk through every scene. So,
Okay.
I mean, the show starts off with you and Lauren going to 14 Carats to get Jason a necklace.
Mhm.
Did you help her choose that, or did she already kind of had that planned?
I guess I was the male consultant in the room. Like I was like, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know about that. But yeah, I was there. I'm trying to remember. I think we might have gone there before and like looked at stuff that we liked.
So you kind of already knew what he wanted.
Yeah.
You and Jason were there before.
Or maybe he mentioned it probably like, oh, I really want like these like.
Yeah.
I feel like we all went to 14 Carats all the
Yeah.
time
That's
back
like
then.
Remember Karen?
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
Karen.
I was like,
Mhm.
that's
Do you
OG.
guys still go there?
I still talk to Karen all the
She's
time.
the hookup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's
Sets
the
us
best.
up. Hey, for Audrina's boyfriend, he should go to 14 Carats at some point.
Good idea.
That's a
Right,
great
the
idea.
14
We'll set you
carats.
up.
If you're listening, mystery man, there you go.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Well, so do you remember buying a Christmas tree, Jordan? You guys went to like that Christmas tree lot across from the Grove, and you like went back to the apartment, decorated, and
Yeah.
it was really cute. You guys were always together, you four.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was just because we were filming the show. Like,
Did you actually live with Heidi?
were just
Like, I didn't even like him.
Like, no, we just it was just because I was staying a lot over at the
with
At the
Heidi.
villa.
with
Yeah.
I was spending the night a lot over there. But Brian and I had an apartment up
on
in Hollywood.
Detroit, right?
Yeah, Detroit and DeLongpre.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that.
Yeah. Oh man. So yeah, we were staying over there. We were always hanging out and doing festive things, especially around that Christmas time. I remember that. I
Yeah,
remember
this-
thinking like, wow, the Christmas trees out here. Wow, why are they so expensive?
I know.
It's
compared-
crazy.
Everything's expensive
Yeah.
here. It was, yeah. And then I remember Heidi started saying how somebody always cries on Christmas, and because she does, because she never gets the gift she wants. So I know watching that, did that put pressure on you as a guy, like to buy her the perfect gift?
The puppy? That was.
And who told you she
aggressive.
wanted the puppy?
That
Because she
was-
kept saying it to her
I
friends.
mean-
Where is this puppy right now? I'm cute. Oh, obviously, it's probably passed on. But who took the puppy? Because I never saw that puppy.
I
ever.
know. Little Bella.
let's get to the when he gives her the puppy first, so we
Okay,
can get
okay,
there, right?
okay.
So
Yeah.
So many questions.
so somebody tells you, yo, she wants a puppy, or she's been telling you, or
I think we all wanted a puppy at that house, or the apartment. And then I think Heidi and I were just looking at dogs, and I think we found Bella on Craigslist from a guy on Craigslist, because it ended up being pretty shady actually, because we were told that she was a teacup Chihuahua, and that I think, and she had like 3 of her shots. Well, she had not been dewormed. And she wasn't a teacup clearly. But yeah, because my parents actually still bring that up. They were like, well, first of all, my parents paid for that dog. They gave me the money to pay for that dog. So,
but Heidi really didn't know that you were getting that dog for her. Or you guys had an idea? She did.
Well, we had looked at dogs, but I don't think she
didn't
knew
know.
that I
Okay.
had pulled the trigger on it. Yeah.
When I was watching the episode, I saw the little stuffed animal come out, and I was like, "Damn, he did her
Like,
like that." I was
wow.
like,
But wait,
everybody's getting diamonds.
I
little stuffed
know.
animals.
Chanel person.
I literally, because I never watched that episode back in the day. So when I saw you give her that dog, and I'm like, this motherfucker.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
This
too. I was
motherfucker
like,
really give her
did her
that.
dirty.
That's like something I would do like as a joke to my daughter, and then give her like the
yeah.
whatever she wanted.
Clearly, that's what he was doing.
But she held her composure and like didn't seem that bothered, but then she did sulk a little bit.
Also, I don't think that was my idea to give her that stuffed animal. I'm
It-
pretty sure they were
That was
like,
some
"Hey, we have a
production.
stuffed Chihuahua.
Yeah,
let's
yeah,
give
yeah.
this. Let's give
Okay.
this first." And I'm like, yeah, "Okay, cool."
What about what did you get? Because I remember she gives you like a bracelet.
yeah,
but
what was that? That was
Yeah, it was just like a 14 karat.
So everybody got the hook up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh
Do you
yeah.
still have
And
it?
I
Do you still
actually-
have the bracelet?
I don't know where that bracelet is, but I know that the necklace
I think
got.
your wife might have pawned it or something.
She might have. She might have. Probably. But I know that the cross that I got, my buddy has. Like he took it from me.
Yeah.
And he
Oh,
has it.
Heidi got you a cross?
Yeah, it was
Aw.
a black diamond cross from 14 carats.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
14 carats.
Karen.
Buddy.
Shout out to
Shout
Karen.
Yeah, Karen. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, yeah, then later that night you guys go to the Grove and it was so cute. You and Heidi were like,
Is that actually
that's
on,
what I-
is
what?
that actually on
It's on this episode.
no, but on Christmas when you went
Oh.
to the Grove? Like on Christmas Eve? Because that sounds like a cool idea to take my family to like when it's empty and it's like all the lights and
The fake snow.
the fake snow, yeah.
Yeah, it was Christmas time. I highly doubt that it was Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Because
but
Christmas,
definitely-
did you guys go back? Like you went to North Carolina, she went to Colorado. Because usually everybody goes back to their families.
Yeah, I don't know. I definitely went to Crested Butte with her for about a week. Spent time with her family and got to meet everybody. That Crested Butte was unbelievable.
Yeah.
That place is amazing. And then she came back to North Carolina with me during the course of our relationship. But I can't remember what happened that Christmas or where we went. But I'm pretty sure we probably had a break and went somewhere. We might have had the holidays in Crested Butte that year.
Mm-hmm. That's a beautiful place to
Oh my
have the
gosh.
holidays. I loved watching that because Heidi is so full of life and
Mhm.
like her jumping around dancing, you guys kissing, and like it was so cute.
Well, I think that's what attracted me to her in the beginning. She was just so bubbly,
Yeah.
so full of life. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, that's
Yeah. Well, and then you guys go and open your gifts. You got the chunky bracelet. Was that a bracelet?
mhm.
Yeah. And then you gave Heidi the dog. And everybody does want to know about Bella. Like, I don't know what really happened to the dog after
So-
the breakup.
So I had no idea. I
That
mean,
dog disappeared by the time we got on the show.
Yeah. It's long gone.
so
so
I
nice.
was told. Actually, oddly enough, I found this out about 4 years ago, and I don't know this to be factual. I just know that somebody that went to school with Jen Bunny from USC
Uh-huh.
said that Heidi had given Bella to a family that it was a good situation for Bella, because I know you guys, Heidi was traveling a lot and
Yeah.
that's unfair to a dog. And so that's what I was told, and I was told through a friend of Jen Bunny.
Okay.
That's
So
good then.
some family got that dog.
So
I'm
Bella had a nice home.
And my parents were over here being like, "Hey, that's our dog.
yeah.
We want that dog back."
We want that dog.
Oh my gosh. Well, and then Lauren and Jason got you like a gift card or something for a tattoo. Did you actually get a tattoo?
Yeah, we all got tattoos and we filmed.
You
That's-
all did?
Well, no, she didn't, but me and Jason did.
Oh,
What did you
What'd
get?
guys get?
Shamrock. I got a cross on my back, and I think Jason, is that when he got the crown?
I don't know.
I don't know, but we filmed while we were doing it at Shamrock.
Oh, they never showed that. That
Yeah.
was
They
a
didn't show
deleted scene.
Yeah, because Mark Mahoney
Mhm.
did his, and Andrew, his apprentice, did mine.
Oh,
Oh, they
Andrew.
should've
Andrew
showed
does all my
that.
stuff.
Yeah, Andrew's dope.
Yeah,
Andrew's
that's
really
classic.
cool.
That's classic.
They should do like a DVD or something where they show all the deleted scenes because there were
was a
so
lot.
many of them.
I think it is. I think if you know how that first season had that all the episodes, it's up there somewhere because there's a clip of us getting tatted up.
Okay, so it is on there.
Deleted scenes.
I know. So
I don't want to see those.
I mean, I want to see some of them, but not all of them.
How would you take care of your car if you had to keep the same one your entire life? That's how our brains work, so why don't we treat them that way? How we care for our minds affects how we experience life, so it's important to invest time and care into keeping them healthy. There are plenty of ways to support a healthy brain, like learning a new language or taking power naps. There's also BetterHelp online therapy.
I'm a firm believer in therapy and talking out anything that might be bothering you. So BetterHelp makes it easier for people to access the help they need. It's an online therapy that offers video, phone, and live chat therapy sessions. You don't even have to appear on camera if you don't want to.
I actually love BetterHelp. They really take the time to match the right therapist for you in a timely 48 hours. And it's way more affordable than any in-person therapy.
Our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/thehills. That's betterhelp.com/thehills.
Finding skincare products that actually work for you is complicated. And that's why we are excited to partner with Apostrophe.
Apostrophe is a prescription skincare company that provides access to oral and topical medications that use clinically proven ingredients to help clear acne. At Apostrophe, an expert dermatology team will create a personalized treatment plan that is perfectly tailored to your unique skin.
Apostrophe is so easy to use, too. Simply fill out Apostrophe's online consultation about your skin goals and medical history. Then snap a few selfies and a board-certified dermatologist will create your first customized treatment plan. I'm all about hydration, so it's nice to know that my treatment plan was designed and tailored by a real dermatologist.
We have a special deal for our audience. Get your first visit with an Apostrophe provider for only $5 at apostrophe.com/hills when you use our code HILLS. That's a savings of $15. This code is only available for our listeners.
To get started, just go to apostrophe.com/hills and click begin visit. Then use our code HILLS and sign up, and you'll get your first visit for only $5. Thank you, Apostrophe, for sponsoring this episode.
Where were you on this episode?
She's popping in and out.
I popped into the New Year's party. I was like,
Oh yeah,
now
so the
talking
New
about
Year's,
that.
the New Year's is next.
That was
you're
at
right.
your club,
Yeah,
which you
at
were
Lobby.
there. I was there.
We were together downstairs,
Yeah.
and everybody else was upstairs.
And
you were together.
Crying.
Oh,
Yes, amigo.
oh, Frankie was together with Audrina downstairs.
Oh, la la.
New Year's night. I ate it.
Good call. See, now we're talking swag. How's it go again? What's
You seen that
Oh,
clip?
yeah,
Oh
you
my
slipped.
God.
By the way, you pulled that off very well. I was going to say, like,
That
you ate
hurt
you
so
ate
bad.
shit.
Yeah.
But
Bro,
you
you
popped up.
slipped. And I'm like, no,
Broke a hip.
he really slipped.
Oh, that was
Oh
bad.
yeah, it was like like it was like I ate it so hard, but I knew that I was like, oh my gosh, I'm being filmed right now. This is terrible.
I mean, you got up so fast.
By the way,
I had to.
I have the same embarrassing story. We were at snowboarding. Remember this last season?
Oh my God.
My girl's in front of me, Jen's in front of me, and she tries to go in, and she like stops as the like things coming from behind to like get on the gondola.
Yeah,
Is that what it's
he
called?
fell
Yeah.
off the chair.
No, and the
chair
gondola
lift.
cuts off because I can't get on.
Oh man.
But she's still like trying to figure it out. So it hits my like legs. I go down. The thing hits me in my head.
This is all on camera?
Yes.
It's on camera, bro.
Did they,
that was
did they
great.
air
Oh,
that?
Falls
man.
I
flat.
think did they hear that?
Yeah,
I
they
think
did.
it flat
Oh
for
my
like a
gosh.
second.
It's hard, but like people laugh at that stuff. I didn't laugh when you fell. You know what I mean? Like I felt bad.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
I felt
These
bad.
guys
I-
laugh all the time.
laugh.
No,
about
when I
that
saw
stuff.
that, I was like,
It was
damn, that would have
like,
broken
ouch.
my hip. Nowadays,
Oof.
you break a hip.
No, my head.
Oh,
It was
they're
my
all
head
old.
that hurt because the thing just like completely put me. I was just like,
Oh man.
But were you in pain going to the club after that, or I'm sure the drinks helped.
Yeah,
numb
we
that?
had already been sipping
Yeah.
upstairs, so it was just hilarious.
You were still young. You were still
Yeah.
just Bounced
was-
right
yeah,
off.
I was-
No big deal.
Because
But it
so
hurt.
I remember watching that scene too. Because I was there, but I wasn't like with you guys. You guys were like in la la couple love land, but you and Heidi were like so good, and then Lauren and Jason started arguing and
Yeah.
fighting.
Well, because Lauren's mad. No, Jason's mad that she answered her phone about that one
Some
dude.
random guy called.
I
her.
mean, come on. What do you guys think about that?
I feel like back then
I'm
there's a
with
lot
Jason.
of insecurities and jealousy when you're younger that I don't know. Like but he called her. She couldn't help. She answered in front of him. It wasn't a secret. Nothing was
There's
happening.
a little bit more to the story, I think, for the fact that he's being a little insecure about it, because why is he still calling? One, does he know that he exists? Does the other guy, what was his name on it?
David.
David?
Oh,
Does David know that Jason's her boyfriend? Like, why is he still like?
Do you know anything
just
about
saying,
this,
wait,
Jordan?
Yeah.
David
What?
is from Laguna.
I don't know. It was someone
Must
that
be.
Lauren went on a date with for like a week when they broke up. And then she got back with
I
Jason.
remember that guy.
Give us the scoop.
I don't know if there's much of a scoop. And I would even question wait, he called when? That
Well,
day?
he
New
called
Year's?
Lauren around Christmas
Around Christmas, New Year's, and he's still mad about it
in this
in
episode.
the episode. And he keeps like telling her, like, why are you answering your phone for
Mhm.
this guy? Or like, why is he even calling you? Like, he's just trying to get to the bottom of what's going on. And I'm with Jason. We're like, hey, dude, first off, don't be answering any other guy's call. If he was trying to hit it, don't be answering his
But
call.
I wonder what she said
Fair.
to him on the phone while Jason was right next to her. Like she could have been like, "Hey, I have a boyfriend," or I
So
don't know.
he says
say-
he doesn't say that. That's,
Yeah,
that's
so
what I'm saying.
we
If
don't
he
know.
would have said,
Yeah,
if
she
he
should
would
have
have
just
said,
not picked up that call.
just don't pick it
Yeah.
up. Just
Should have showed him, been like, Shh.
or pick it up and say, hey, by the way, I have a boyfriend, and I can't be like,
Like out of
Talking to-
respect, you have
Yeah.
to stop calling me. Well, now it's all texting. It's not calling.
yeah.
I feel like Lauren was always very respectful.
Yeah.
No, she was,
especially-
because she didn't lie to him on that.
Yeah.
On that episode, she didn't lie to him.
Oh, but then
Well,
she
the
lied.
next-
Yeah,
That's
see,
the
that's what I'm
models.
saying. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
It was issues
yeah.
from both
It
I'm
sides.
was.
sure Jason has his reasons. There's two sides to every story.
Oh, definitely.
I need Jason for this one.
Yeah, but yeah, that went down. And I remember being there and watching Heidi and Lauren run out of the club and get like in a cab. And then you guys were like kind of talking loud and like, oh, you're telling him what to do. I just remember watching it as like on
But
the
did
outside.
you? Yeah. Did you know that was the fight? What that was why they were fighting, or no?
I more than likely knew that it was because that guy called. But I mean, I just think we were just drunk.
I
We were
drunk,
just
and
yeah.
drunk.
it seemed like you guys were so young. I mean, like I feel like Jason and Lauren fought
All the
every
time.
single
Yeah,
freaking episode.
Well, Jason was a
every
wild
fight.
card, you
Yeah,
know, and
yeah,
he'll
yeah.
tell you, like,
Yeah,
he was
of
a
course.
wild card.
Yeah.
He
back
told
then,
us.
you
He
know?
told us that. But let's reverse the situation. If a girl calls Jason in front of Lauren and Jason answers the call, what happens?
Yeah, it
I
would
mean,
be the
Lauren
same.
wouldn't like that for sure.
Same
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
You're
no,
right-
she
you're
wouldn't
right.
like that.
Yeah, she shouldn't have picked up.
Well, and then Jason, after their little like argument, then he says, "I love you," and wants to like bury the,
Mhm.
But
He
then
did start to handle situations a lot better. It did.
Did
you
you-
could-
do-
you
no,
do
you-
definitely see a progression of him being able to.
But
let
I feel
things
like he
go and-
always did.
Mhm.
Like even till today, he always, when he fucks up, he goes
He
and
admits
tells
it.
you like, "Hey, dude, my bad, my mistakes." When he had a beef with you, he came up to you, straight up to you,
Yeah.
and shook your hand and
Oh
said,
yeah,
"Hey."
Jason confronts.
He's very
everything. I
accountable
love
about
that.
what he does, and
sure.
you can tell that he used to be the same, but he would fuck up more.
Yeah,
I
and he
think-
tried to clean
yeah.
it up, but at that point, it's like what he said to Lauren, like that was it.
Well,
Like,
also, I
ruined their
think
night.
what you can tell in that relationship is that they have had such a past from Laguna,
Mhm.
and I think that with Jason and his drinking and drugs or whatever he was on, I mean, you could tell he's pretty messed up in a lot of that. I think that a lot of times Lauren would just be more disappointed in Jason when he would get super intoxicated, and because it would probably bring back
That one, they're both
certain
drunk.
memories. No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I can see with the way Lauren looks at him sometime when he's like
Mhm.
trying to explain himself when he's a little drunk, and she's just kind of like,
Like, here we go again.
yeah, exactly. Where is
Yeah.
this going to go? Well, how out of hand is this going to be? You can kind of sense a little bit of
Then
that.
Heidi leaves you. You were like,
How
"What
did
I
you
do?"
feel about
Yeah,
that?
Heidi just,
Yeah,
you kept
you
it pretty
know,
calm.
I was.
You guys seemed really solid at that point, like very secure with each other, and
Not really,
well, in
because
this
if
episode.
we go
Oh,
backwards,
that's right.
we got Heidi talking to a guy in front of you,
Her
same
ex.
situation, and you got mad for the same reasons, pretty much.
Yeah, but that was a manipulated situation because that guy was JP.
No, there's two.
Yeah, the other guy at
One
LAX.
you're at LAX.
Yeah. So I was told, and I don't know who told me, but I was told that that dude was flown in. And if you watch the episode, like when he comes up to us, he just sits down with Brian and I, and he was like, "Hey man, what's up? Yeah, we used to have a thing," and I'm just like,
Oh, Josh was his name.
yeah, I'm like, cool. What's up, dude? Ultimately, we just weren't good for that show because we weren't giving them what they needed. You know, we weren't going to be like, yeah, let's fight right now. You know,
Right.
but I think Brian
You
acted.
did get heated,
I think I was more,
upset.
but something else had gone on that night. And like I said,
And they're good at editing.
of course. But every time we would go out, it was always like these obstacles that would happen. And we're like, well, can we just go out and have fun? But I get it from the
Entertainment value, like
of
they need the
course,
drama.
Of course, you have to put these obstacles in front of these young kids, all while mixing in alcohol. It's like, of course, we're gonna,
Yeah.
act crazy.
Well, then Jason buys Lauren flowers, and you guys like rush back before midnight.
Mhm.
Did you guys actually buy those flowers, or did the production get those for you and set that up?
For some reason, I think because we had a limo that night.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure we went to Ralph's. I'd be willing to bet that we got those flowers, but like I said, I don't really remember. But production could have given us the flowers. But
No, you bought the flowers outside from the club.
oh, the lady, that's right.
Yeah. I remember those flowers.
And you're like,
The
get
flowers.
all of
Yeah,
them.
the
Get all of them.
roses?
That's
I've done
right.
that.
That's
Say
right.
that.
Before,
It's like $10 a rose.
Now?
He gave me one.
Back then too, you had to give them $10 for a rose.
I don't know about that, Frankie.
I feel like they
I was
changed
giving
their
out
price.
roses like the Bachelor back then. You get a rose.
Waller,
Here's
Frankie's
one
like,
for
oh, trust
you.
me, I know.
Waller was probably like, "Here's $100. Give me everything."
That's
Yeah.
for sure.
I mean, that was sweet. You guys rushed back and you did make it.
Mhm.
Did you actually, wait, here's the question. Did
Yeah.
you really get there by midnight, or did you have to like get there after midnight and then just pretend and kiss like it was?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't really remember, but I would be why. It seems like we would have had the midnight celebration at the club.
No, I think
No,
they
because
got
they got in a fight and
before that.
she leaves.
But couldn't that have just been later and you just reversed it in the editing?
No,
No, because he runs into her like, "Come outside, please.
Give me
Come
a kiss.
outside."
I mean, obviously it takes production.
yeah.
I doubt
Come
that they were
downstairs
there.
so I can give you
I
the.
doubt they were there at 12 o'clock
No,
on
I
the
know.
dot. Like,
Yeah.
hey, babe, here's the roses.
Oh no,
Right.
the time obviously they can just
Yeah.
adjust. They
Yeah.
probably missed the midnight
Oh,
kiss.
Yeah.
for sure.
But I know
Yeah.
for Lauren, that was, I guess she had never ever had a New Year's kiss. So she was so excited to finally have someone to kiss on New Year's. So for her, that was like a huge thing in the episode.
Yeah,
seemed
yeah,
like
we
she-
made it. We did
You
it.
did.
She was
We
ready to
got
kiss
there.
Heidi. She was fired up.
She was.
He had all the flowers. I had a flower, and we did it.
Yeah.
We made it.
Well, you weren't in trouble. So.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Well, that is the episode. So now let's get into some fan questions. Are you ready, Jordan?
Sure.
I have to tell you guys about an amazing new service I've found called FrameBridge. FrameBridge makes it easier and more affordable than ever to frame your favorite things without ever leaving the house. Add a gallery wall to your home office or send an easy, foolproof gift, especially for all those weddings you have coming up. From art prints and posters to the photos sitting on your phone, you can FrameBridge just about anything.
I actually love FrameBridge. I just used them recently for some photos I wanted to get framed for my place. It was so easy to design and create the look I wanted on my wall. So here's how it works. Just go to framebridge.com and upload your photo, or they're going to send you packaging to safely mail in your physical pieces. You can then preview them online in dozens of frame styles and gallery wall layouts. Choose your favorite or get free recommendations from their talented designers. The experts at FrameBridge will custom frame your item and deliver your finished piece directly to your door, ready to hang.
I love FrameBridge as well as it's so affordable. Instead of the hundreds you'd pay at a framing store, their prices start at $39 and all shipping is free. Plus our listeners will get 15% off their first order at framebridge.com when they use my code HILLS.
So get started today. Frame your photos or send someone the perfect gift. Go to framebridge.com and use promo code HILLS to save an additional 15% off your first order.
Just go to framebridge.com, promo code HILLS.
Framebridge.com, promo code HILLS.
Hi, guys. I'm wondering if it's weird watching Heidi and Lauren's initial relationship given all of the things that happen later in the show. Is it strange to see them as super supportive of each other and then later on, not so much?
It's kind of sad.
It is sad because you even watching this, they were like sisters. They loved each other, and you could genuinely see that.
Look what Heidi did for her. Like, it's New Year's. She's with her man, and she goes, later, man, I'm going with my BFF and make sure she's good. I'd my girl be like, you left me. You didn't even tell me you were leaving.
Right.
You know what I mean? She just didn't. She went for it and made sure her best friend was fine.
Yeah,
and that speaks volumes of who
Heidi is.
Heidi was a ride or die.
Was and is, and who she was for Lauren as a best friend, right?
And you know, with any friendship, things you outgrow each other, things happen, and you just go your separate ways. But I mean, they did have like such an amazing friendship because you guys really all hung out together, like off camera all the time too.
Yeah.
In the off camera world, we all hung out at my house.
Yeah, it was always with Frankie.
All of us together.
Is that the place with the pool in it?
Yeah, with the indoor pool.
I remember that place.
Yeah. You got to go there for a couple times with the boys.
Brody.
I was there.
By the way, that house was so much fun.
That was fun. That was fun.
What a time during that time.
huh?
Element, LAX, Ledoux. That
Pre-social media. I saw Audrina on her sidekick too. That was big.
Oh
like
yeah,
down
the
memory lane.
sidekicks.
The sidekick parties.
Bedazzled
remember,
one.
DJ AM used to DJ. All the
I had a
sidekicks.
Mr. Cartoon sidekick. That
Yeah,
was like
Mr.
my
Cartoon
prized
one.
possession.
Yeah, that was the black one, right?
Yeah,
That was
black.
dope.
Yeah, it was all his art.
Yeah.
I love that.
Dope.
That was cool stuff.
Those are
Yeah, it
cool.
was. I mean, watching Lauren and Heidi. It was cute. They really did have a very cute friendship.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
and Heidi. It's fun to watch Heidi back then. She was fun to watch.
And she's
Mhm.
still
She was-
like that.
She was entertaining,
like,
yeah.
oh, absolutely.
She's always, by the way, she
was perfect
was
for that.
made for TV.
Oh,
like,
she was
Yeah.
great.
and
Incredible.
yeah, she carried that show for many years.
Yeah.
So shout out to Heidi as well.
Yeah. Well, Frankie, confession corner over here.
So for the confession corner, I think that we all want to know there's been a lot of questions out here on the streets of our set. Jordan, you know a lot of what happened in your apartment and in the show and everything that was going on. I have a friend, his name's Brian.
Oh, okay.
Did him and Audrina ever really hang out, or did they not hang out? Because you don't have to answer.
Hope the
because
current's not listening.
I want to know the truth because I hear two stories and I don't know which one to believe.
So wait, what's the story? What do you hear? What
I hear two stories. I
do you
heard
hear?
it was a date on the show. He walks in and they kick him right out of the.
We never hooked up. Like,
No,
you
there's
guys.
sex and then there's kissing and then there's making out.
First
you know.
base, second
First
base,
base, second
third
base.
base, third
We can
base.
call it first base, second base,
Yeah,
third
yeah.
base.
all right. So wait, are we saying hookup is sex
No,
or just kissing?
hookup
Hookup
is home
run?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
like
right.
Oh yeah.
Third
Okay,
base
okay.
there might not have been a home run.
Which base are we talking about?
If you don't want to answer, you have to chug one of these mamitas.
He doesn't
that I have
even,
right here.
because nothing happened.
I will tell you that Brian's memory is pretty solid on this.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty solid.
Okay.
So,
That's all I'm saying.
Oh, wait.
But I don't.
Way to like set something up.
I don't. I just know that there was this green Soshu dinner thing.
Oh,
Remember?
The Gayukaku?
Yeah, remember when y'all went to
Yeah,
like
where
the
he
dinner
got
thing,
apple
right?
What kind of
martinis.
position
and
is that?
I,
Martinis, right.
I remember.
Yeah.
so what base is that?
Yeah. So wait, you guys never like
No,
kissed or
so we
anything
went
prior to
back-
that?
No, we went back. Well, this is in the episode, and Andrew Perry actually talked about this, how we shot it a few different ways.
Andrew.
I'm talking about beef. I'm talking about.
I'm talking about just
outside
like
the show.
random,
No.
like outside the show.
I remember you guys hanging out a lot though. That's why for me, my memory.
So I was actually dating Justin too during all this. Like, we were
Damn,
hanging
girl.
out.
You were the player of the player.
I mean, I was dating. I wasn't having sex with everyone. I was like
Nobody.
seeing what
Hey,
my options
hey,
were
hey,
and
hey,
who I
hey,
liked.
We are in a PG-13
That's what
show.
you guys. That's what dating is.
Yeah. Good times. Good times.
So you don't want to answer.
Fuck.
Okay, so nobody wants to answer the
I
question.
already answered, but Frankie doesn't believe me. So
I just remember a lot of hanging outs, of friendships, and like
Okay.
A little.
All right,
Brian,
well,
get in
Oh,
here.
Drolet.
Thank you.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Thank
boy.
you,
Can't wait for his
guys.
confession corner.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Follow, rate, and review The Hills Rewatch wherever you listen to your podcasts. If you'd like to watch us, go and check us out on YouTube. Thanks for listening, guys.
Thanks for watching this video, guys. Be sure to start with the pilot episode and catch all of our episode recaps.